So with that thought in mind, let's move on to a different topic. Representative Hansen, you and Representative Howe were talking briefly about transportation, and you talked about, same and similar. Let's tell our viewers where transportation's at and what the risks are on that front between now and, let's say, Tuesday morning. Let's start with you, Representative Hansen.
Well, I'll go local. Robert Street is torn up right now, so I hear from constituents we need that. We need the state funds. That's a state highway that goes through a city. It's the main retail corridor in my district, and we need the funds to finish that. And that story can be repeated in every district.
Absolutely. And
so, how do you pay for it? And I think that's where the debate is. How do you pay for it, and how much do you need? But sitting in the committees, and you have everybody come up and talk about their project, and everybody's got a project, and of course mine is the most important project, I think, and needs.
I drive Robert Street occasionally,
yes.
so I think it's a really important project too.
We need that, but it's Minnesotans know that our roads need upgrade. They know that we need help.
And our bridges. Let's not forget the Lafayette Bridge was a very risky bridge. Now we have the 3rd Street Kellogg Bridge. And we already had a big bridge collapse.
And I will say that where I live, in my neck of the woods, we have almost more bridges than any other part of the state. And so roads and bridges are really kind of the bread and butter of transportation. The majority of Minnesotans get to work, play, on roads and bridges, and it's our constitutional requirement that we take care of those. So that's kind of what's interesting is when we came into session, everyone knew that this is the transportation session. As transportation, I think unrightfully has been shorted. In times of massive like a $2 billion budget surplus, you would think that transportation would be a priority. And so I don't know. This is one thing I will say about the Senate transportation bill. I find it hard to believe that the Senate transportation bill raises $1.9 billion of new taxes and fees. And that's in the time of when we have a $2 billion budget surplus that came on the heels of the $2 billion of hikes in the last session. But the fact of the matter is that's really not prioritizing when you say, well, we have a $2 billion budget deficit, but in order to do transportation, we have to raise $1.9 billion.
Well, where I would disagree with you, Carla, on that is that I don't think we should be paying for transportation with general fund money. I think that's a slippery slope, that general fund money, when we look at our needs for education and other things in the state, that transportation has to be a dedicated fund, and that the place to get it, I think, is from the gas tax.
Well, I do agree with you. The general fund is not the place to pay for it because obviously we haven't done that. That's why we're in the position we are now. But I do think a dedicated source, kind of a mix of repurposing the sales taxes that are on automobile parts, dedicated to roads and bridges. And then also I like using the lower interest rate environment that we have now, taking some of our surplus, using it to bond for long-term road and bridge projects.
And then I don't want to do too much, and you can't get a word in edgewise.
So I sat here and I have one of the major pieces of legislation on the House Transportation Bill. I'm the guy that offered up that actually authored the auto parts sales tax dedication to transportation, and I will tell you, nobody brought me that bill. I thought of that bill during the interim as I was wrenching on my 19-year-old Suburban, thinking, geez, I'm buying all these parts on this vehicle, and none of the sales tax goes to fix roads and bridges. But if I went out and bought a new vehicle, that sales tax would go to roads and bridges and transportation. So that's what was the impetus of me drafting that bill, and that when we drafted that bill, the light bulbs came on and said, well, we've got all these other sales tax that come from transportation-related topics. The rental vehicles, the sales tax on leased vehicles. So let's capture all that, and we can dedicate that state by statute right now. And I think that we need a mix. To me, if you're talking like it's all general fund money, and that's just because that's where it goes today. And I believe that if you look at all the other states that fund their transportation, most of them have a mix of general fund dollars and gas tax. I truly believe that this is a wave of the future, the way to do it, because as you keep raising the gas tax, we've kind of proven that we keep raising it, and the last raise was in 2012, was the last incremental from the 2008 gas tax. We have shown that it just isn't working, isn't keeping up. And why is that? Because we are getting alternate fuels, we are getting higher
Better gas
mileage vehicles. So, and our vehicles are lasting longer. People aren't buying new vehicles every day. The vehicle that I drove when I was 16 years old, I bought it off of a field by a granary. It had 113,000 miles. It was done. Today, I own 4 vehicles. Only one of them has less than 100,000 miles on it. 2 of them have over 200,000 miles on them. So we're not replacing our vehicles as often because they're lasting longer. That's a good sign that hey, the automakers are making good products, but it doesn't, we go and get that sales tax. So I truly believe that this is a wave of the future, and if we need to constitutionally dedicate that, I'm all about putting a bill forward to constitutionally dedicate those sales tax towards transportation, and we can fund that. And I think the transportation package we have is excellent. It provides some funding for cities, small cities under the population of 5,000, and they've never had that.
I'm going to ask you